Hello.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. So, for those who don't know, I'm Carolyn with Swan City Yarns. And this, do y'all know who this is? Who are you exactly?
I'm Morgan. Hi.
Yeah, go ahead. So, this is Morgan.
I'm your daughter.
Yes, my daughter. So I thought I'd have her on today. There's a couple of reasons why, but I thought y'all might like to get to know her a little bit better. So why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I work for Mom.
Yes.
And I just started college courses. I play piano and I tap dance and I knit. So I started working for Mom. When did I start?
Gosh, we were just talking about this the other day. How long is it? It's been at least what? Has it been 5 years?
5 or 6 years.
Yeah, 5 or 6 years. So, and tell them what you do in the dye studio.
Prep yarn, dye, then I twist it and I tag it, and then I may be starting doing all of the rinsing.
That's true. And why would you be doing the rinsing?
Because my brother got a job working for the sheriff's department.
Yeah. So Connor just got accepted or hired on at the Polk County Sheriff's Office. And so, yeah, I'm not sure what things are going to look like in the dye studio, but we're going to have to start.
I do a great job.
You do a great job on everything. Yeah. So it'll be fine. We'll obviously between us and who knows, maybe Bo will help with some of that as well. We'll get him in the dye studio rinsing yarn. We'll see. Yeah. So let me look at some of the comments. Thank you all for being here, by the way, Carol and Laura. And let's see, Valera. I saw y'all talking about a test knit. Let's see, Lydia's here. Hello. And Karen Leggett. I love it. And there's Bo. Bo's going to dye some stuff. Actually, Bo has a great eye for color. And you do too. Tell them why you don't dye more yarn.
I don't like having to keep track of recipes and remembering what I do.
Yes. So she's one of those, wild, creative types who doesn't like to be restricted. Yes. By dye recipes. She looks at my dye book and is like, I don't want to do that. So maybe we'll have her do some one-of-a-kind colorways or something like that. So I wanted you to show them, what did you just get done knitting?
I just finished a pair of socks.
Which socks are you going to? Oh, well, first of all, before we talk about that, we have to tell them what we're wearing. So what are you wearing?
I am wearing the As If tee.
And did you knit that?
No.
No, I knit that, didn't I?
Yes.
But I gave it to you at some point, and it looks good. I love it.
I liked it, and I took it, and then you said I might as well keep it. So
yeah, but you let me borrow it because I wore it a couple weeks ago, I think. So yeah. So and then I'm wearing the Cumulus blouse. So this is a pattern by Shay Johnson, and then my pattern Cumulus blouse by Petite Knit. So and mine is in the vintage colorway. Yours, this is fingerlings. And then fingerlings held with Miss Molly for the body of the shirt. Yeah. So, okay, now we can talk about this. You want to show them what you just finished? Go ahead.
This for you all to see.
Yeah.
Lovely socks.
And what is the name of the pattern?
Fleece your feet.
I don't know if I've told y'all. So this is the pattern that I've been working on. Morgan was kind enough to go. She was like, well, why don't you let me knit it? And so I said, okay. So we grabbed a skein of berry on trusty sock. And it was berry on that one. And then
blackberry wine
on the fluffy sock. Yeah. And so you can see how normally, so I knit a couple pairs myself when I was writing the pattern to kind of, to be a sample. So there's that one, which I did on Go Big or Go Home. And if you can't stand the heat, and there you can see the orange, if you can't stand the heat, really took over. That's because it was the fluffy sock. And so normally the fluffy sock colorway kind of really shines through, but in yours, because berry is a brighter color, so it really showed up more, the berry on that one. And then here's another pair that I did for me, which I held, both of them were a dahlia on both trusty sock and fluffy sock. So obviously, in case you can't tell, it's a pattern that you hold 2 yarns double. So the pattern is done, and I have 2 test knitters. We'll just go ahead and shout out to them, Laura Blair and Blair Pate. Thank you so much. They're getting ready to test knit for me. So yeah, and then it will be ready to go. So how long did it take? I need y'all to know this. How long did it take you to knit this?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's faster than any pair of socks I've ever knit.
Yep.
Now, did you, I bet you forgot. Did you bring your other pair of socks that you're currently working on?
I did not. Sorry.
Because we were going to talk about the difference there. You've been working on that pair of socks for how long?
Couple months.
Couple months, because it's the pie scrappy sock.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all remember when I made that pattern. It's, you know, the numbers of pi. And so you literally do like 1 row in a color, and then it's 3 and then 4. And, you know, you're constantly switching colors. Plus, you're doing an afterthought heel.
I am. I'm doing, and I'm alternating black and white. So it's kind of back and forth.
That's right. You didn't choose multiple colors. You chose just black and white. And then the heel and the cuff, you're doing red on one pair, yellow
on the other.
Yeah. Yep. So they will be very cool when you do get them. But now we need to talk about, what are you going to knit next?
I have decided? No idea.
You know, I was thinking, I didn't tell you this. There is a skein of, I dropped it. Sorry. There is one skein of this Gemini colorway on Fluffy DK that when Connor was rinsing it, he showed it to me. It had multiple loose ends. And I was like, well, I'm not going to put that in the shop. So, but you could knit with it. You could make a hat or something like that. Yeah. Do you like that colorway? I like it. I was thinking I might make a sweater out of it, but I'm not sure now. I have to think. But anyway, if you want that skein, you can use it to.
All right.
Yeah. We'll have to take it with us to Nashville, and that can be your Thanksgiving project.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So listen, there was something I wanted to talk about while you're here. Bo says he's always nice. He's usually nice, except when he's grumpy. Okay. Hey, Sharon. Good to see you. That's right. Bo, be nice. All right. I think they love your colors. That's awesome. So did I miss, let's see here. Oh, Joe Carroll's here also. Welcome to everybody, by the way. Some of y'all have popped on since we started. But okay, so on Saturday, I told you I did a trunk show at Knitcessities, and a lot of people came in. It was awesome to see everybody. Thank you all who came. Well, there was a particular group of ladies who came in. They're part of the knit group. And so they do a lot of things together. They go to trunk shows together, knitting retreats. And Yvette was telling me, one of the members of the group, that they have knitting names for each other. So Yvette.
Like code names.
Yeah, or nicknames. So Yvette is Evie. Darlene is Darla, they call her. And then Yvette's mom, Lillian, I hope I'm not getting her name wrong. They call her Lily. So, and I was like, I had never heard of that before. I mean, I know, like, so when you did your Spanish classes, you did them online, but did you get a name? They didn't have you pick a name. See, when I took foreign language classes in high school, I took a German class and we had to pick a name. Do you know what my name was? It was Bianca.
Bianca.
Yes, which you think is, when I was thinking about it the other day, I was remembering my name was Bianca, but I was like, maybe it was for my Spanish class because I took Spanish in college then. But I looked it up, and no, it would have been German, because apparently, even though Bianca is originally Italian, it's very popular in the German culture. So I was remembering it correctly. Yeah, but my teacher didn't do a lot with it. He was an older gentleman, and I don't think he really cared much beyond just teaching German. So anyway, we didn't do a lot with it, but it kind of reminded me of that. So anyway, they were trying to come up with a knitting name for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What did they settle on?
Well, initially, since I don't really have a middle name, at least I didn't on my birth certificate, Mom gifted me the name Sue because I wanted a middle name. Everybody else had a middle name but me. I get my dad, the first initial of my dad's last name was what I got. So it was Carolyn N. Slaybaugh was the name on my birth certificate. So just the initial N, which when I got married, I just got rid of it because I was like, I don't need that. I know, N. Right.
Oh.
So mom just gave me the middle name Sue, but I don't look like a Sue, so that can't be my knitting name. Well, Yvette suggested Care Bear.
Oh,
I kind of like it.
I like that. I'm
So
that.
you call me Care Bear. So my knitting name is now Care Bear. What is your knitting name going to be?
Ooh, I don't know.
Call you Speedy.
Speedy. Oh, yeah, Speedy. Thank you.
You'll have to think about it. Yeah. Because which your middle name is Emma.
Emma.
But do you want that to be like your knitting nickname?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Well,
could be Mo.
Mo. Oh, there you go. Mo. That's a good one. Momo.
Oh, no.
No, not Momo.
Stick to Mo.
We'll stick to Mo. Okay. Yeah. So your knitting name will be Mo. I like it. All right. What about y'all? Would you, and some of you may have a knitting name or a nickname. If not, then
that's
you have to come up with one. Yeah, I bet he can come up with a few. Yep, Sharon says Care Bear it is. Oh, Karen, I lost your comment. I think she said that she didn't get one either, a middle name. Where did it go?
Right there.
Oh, there. Right I didn't. Yeah, Karen. Sorry, Carol. I thought it was Karen. Carol says, I didn't get a middle name either. And just Carol, not even Carolyn or Caroline. So, yeah, you feel gypped, don't you? I know. It's just not right. Oh, Twinkle Toes. Sharon says Twinkle Toes.
Twinkle Toes.
I like that too. That's funny. All right. Okay. So y'all have to let us know what would you want to be your knitting name if you don't have one. So, all right. That's it. So are you going to stick around or are you leaving me?
I am going to leave.
She's leaving me.
I'm sorry. Bye.
We're glad you came.
Yeah.
You leaving those socks with me too?
Sure.
All right. We got to take pictures of these for the pattern,
Cool.
All right. So we'll do that in the next couple weeks and yeah, get that going. Okay.
Bye.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Off with you, child. And I will take your seat. All right. Did y'all see that? I almost took the chair over sideways with me. All right. So let's get talking about other things, shall we? Now that Morgan has abandoned us, let me look at my agenda here. So, okay. Again, I wanted to say a special thanks to all of you who came out to Knitcessities. I think I got all but one of the special orders dyed up and filled this morning, ready to go. In fact, orders that were done this morning. If you ordered something this morning, I've already fulfilled it. Unless there is one that I can't fulfill, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But all the other orders I fulfilled, and as soon as we're done here, I will be running them to the post office. So I think I put on the website the shipping. I said official ship days are Monday and Thursday, but that's already kind of out the window. As soon as orders come in, because I have it right here, I usually will fill it that day or the next. It just depends on what time of day it is and where I'm at in the dye studio. Because I typically start the day out in the dye studio first thing in the morning. And then once I get the first dye batch done, then I come in here and work on any emails or filling orders. Typically, just depends on how things are going in the dye studio. So I probably need to change that statement to say that shipping days, pretty much any day of the week. So, all right. Other announcements. I do have some announcements. If you got the newsletter, you've already seen some of them. And I've already mentioned I will be at She Sells Yarn. Oh, Karen says her order is due to arrive today. That's awesome. So at She Sells Yarn a week from tomorrow. And I thought that the fiber turtles were going to be there next week, but I spoke to Trish and Robin last week, and Robin, I think, has a birthday weekend, she said, coming up. And so they won't be there the first weekend, but they'll be there in December. So also, let me show you, and I posted a picture of these. And it may not show up well. Blues really don't show up that well on camera. I've noticed you really have to work with the filter. This is Teal We Meet Again and Harvest, and these will be the giveaway, the day after giveaway for that trunk show. Sorry, I'm not even showing the labels very well. I've got to show my labels better than that. So that will be the day after giveaway. So you have to show up to find out how you can enter to win that. All right. And then other announcements. So let me see if I can remember them all. We do have shipping to the UK now. So, and actually that was thanks to Bo. Always thanks to Bo if it comes to technology. And actually, all 3 announcements that I have are all thanks to Bo. So we have shipping to the UK and Canada now. We have digital gift cards available on the website. That's again, thanks to Bo. And what was the other thing? Oh, we do have a little bit of some merchandise available on the website. And again, those are fulfilled through a third-party provider. So it's kind of like a drop shipping thing. But if you want some Swan City merchandise, and he put some other cute t-shirts on there, like I read and I knit. That's what I do. And some others, fun stuff like that. So, and just so you know, Laura had a great suggestion about a hat with the logo embroidered on it. But apparently my logo, it's not, they can't, their machine won't do it because there's not enough connecting lines or something like that. There's something about the logo that their machine doesn't like. So they won't do it. I was very upset. I wanted a camo hat. They had a camo design and then you had your logo up there. I was like, I want that. I can't have it unless I have somebody local do it, which obviously can be done because let me show you all something that I got last week. Look at this. Margaret Ann and Susie McCormick showed up at Knitcessities and they gave me this awesome bag with my logo embroidered on it. How awesome is that? They're so awesome. I love it so much. I already have my sweater project tucked in here, which I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, so yeah, so we have that. And then, oh, that's cute, Carol. Your husband, well, maybe you need to be Care Bear. Oh, a chair bear. I like it. I'll be Care Bear and you'll be Chair Bear. That's funny. I love it so much. All right. Ooh, that's a good idea too, Carol. Yeah, maybe we'll get some canvas bags as well. I'm not sure how they'll do the logo since apparently their machine can't embroider it, but this is awesome. These ladies did such a good job. I'm so thankful for that, by the way. So thank you, ladies. All right. So those are the announcements. So Nani Swimo, how are y'all doing on that? Some good pictures in the Swan City Stitchers. I've noticed Karen just finished hers. And I don't know if you responded to my comment yet, Carol, but I was like, ooh, is it as cozy as it looks? Because it looks super cozy. So here is mine. And again, this is the Wednesday sweater by Petite Knit. So this is where I'm at. It doesn't, again, look like a whole lot, but look at that color, purple leaf plum. Oh, I've got to get some of that in the shop. I thought that this colorway was going to be in the winter collection that's coming out sometime in December, but I think there's a different color. It's very similar to this, but slightly different. Well, it's actually the same color. Maybe I should say that. It's the same color dyed with a different technique, and so it looks just a little bit better. I think it has a little more interest. But if you like it like this, I can always do special orders. And I have some on my die schedule to come into the shop anyway. So there will be some of this color available. But you can see I did my initial back, my shoulders, and then I knit down to a certain point, and I am now in the round. So I'm basically just knitting the body, and I'll probably try it on pretty quick, because I'm going to be doing some just like maybe 2 or 3 side decreases. And how I do my side decreases is that I literally in one row on either side, like I'll put a stitch marker wherever the center of the armhole or armpit is. And on either side of that center, I'll do decreases. Like I'll do a slip, slip, knit, and a knit two together. And I'll do it on both underarms. So that's 4 decreases in one round. But then I'll only do that. So like as soon as I do the first one, I'll probably go down a couple of inches and then do another, go down a couple of inches, maybe do another. So that would be 3 sets altogether with 12 decreases. That's 12 stitches decrease. That seems like a lot for this. I'll probably end up trying it on again after I do, 1 or 2 sets. I'll try it on again and then decide if I'm going to do a 3rd set or not. So, and I found the simplest way that I do that is I keep in my bathroom, I now have just kept a pair of, or a set, not even a set, a cord, a 50-inch spin cord that attaches onto my ChowGoo needles, my interchangeables. And I just unscrew one of the needles and put on the 50-inch spin cable because it's super easy. The spin cables are the ones that they actually spin inside the whatever you call this, join or whatever. And it lets that cable spin in there loosely. And so it's easy to attach and unattach it to my other cord because I already have the little, what do you call it? The little piece that lets you join one cable to another. I can't think of the name. Y'all probably know it. But anyway, so it's super easy to put it on. And then as soon as I've tried it on, I just take it right back off. But it lets it, because that's probably a little bit narrow to fit over my shoulders and stuff to try on. So I'll try it on very shortly after this. And then I'll definitely, I'm pretty sure given my amount of knitting time recently that I'm not going to have a ton of time to knit on this before Thanksgiving week that I'll be spending in Nashville. So I'll be taking this with me and definitely working on the body of it there. And who knows, maybe I'll even get to this, whatever you call this, turtleneck part and the sleeves. We'll see how far I get. So anyway, so that is my progress. And what else? I think that's mainly it for that. So, all right, let's look at, let's talk about some of the things that are in the shop. So I don't know if you noticed, but I put in, as promised, the Felting You soap sack kits. All right, so this is basically what you get. So you get the pattern, although Shannon was kind enough, Shannon Boyer, posted in the Swan City Stitchers, if you happen to be a crocheter, she found a pattern that is crochet and it would work for this amount of yarn as well. But if you're a knitter, then obviously you get this pattern, which is free on Ravelry, so it's easy to stick into your Ravelry library as well. Connector, thank you, cable connector, that was the word I was looking for. Liz and Laura, thank you. So anyway, this is a pattern I wrote some time ago because this product has been offered before, something similar to this. And so you get 3 cakes with it. You get a cake of, this is burnt butter. You get a cake of Swan White. And you get a cake of Christmas Tree Farm. So, and each of these should be enough to knit a soap sack. And then you get 3 soaps, and these have been these have been handcrafted by my sister-in-law, Susan. And if you've gotten some of her soaps before, she does a great job. I love them because I don't do perfumey smells very well. Like for some reason, for someone who doesn't have a great sense of smell, I can smell perfumey fabric softeners a mile away. Like we'll be in the grocery store and I'll be like, whew, somebody's got some strong fabric softener. And Bo will say, I don't smell it. On the other hand, we can be out and about and someone will say, oh, somebody's smoking weed or something like that. And I'm still to this day, I'm like, what does it smell like? Because I can't smell it ever. When my kids were little, other people would have to say, oh, somebody went in their diaper. I could never smell it. I don't know what it is. Maybe natural smells I'm not attuned to. But you get me around a perfumey synthetic smell or something like that, and I am very sensitive to it. So I say all of that to say that she does a nice job of making scented soaps that are also, they have a nice light smell to them. So you'll get a coconut vanilla soap. You will also get, and that one uses, yeah, she uses coconut oil in that. I think she might use coconut oil as her base in all of these. And let's see, this one also has goat's milk because it's autumn goat's milk soap. It kind of smells like, oh, you know, those oatmeal soaps. It has a nice scent. Oh, this one. Well, this one is oatmeal cookie soap. So this one must have the oatmeal in it. I'll have to ask her. Oh, I think that's my favorite. The oatmeal cookie soap. Oh, it smells good. Yeah. Anyway, they all smell good, but I think that one's my favorite. So you get the 3 soaps, the 3 cakes, and the pattern. Your soaps, I'm wrapping them in a little bubble wrap pouch just to kind of protect them. I know that it doesn't, you know, once you get them into the soap sack, it doesn't matter what they look like. But I wanted to protect them. You know, it's all about presentation. So you want them to look good and to be protected in shipping. So here's one that I did. I started. In fact, I'm basically done. So what the pattern tells you to do, you cast on using Judy's Magic Cast On, then you knit up with using magic loop. And I tell you in the pattern to put a stitch marker at the beginning of the round, because I don't know about y'all, but me, when I'm doing these, I get lost so fast. I'm like, what did I finish that round? Am I on the next one? Where am I? So it helps if you'll put a stitch marker there, and then you knit up to the end, do your decreases, and then you just slip your soap inside, and then you use the Kitchener stitch to close it up. So and on the pattern, I've written down like what size soap it will fit, because you can always use it for other soaps as well. And it's just non-superwash worsted weight yarn. I will tell you, it's not bad. It definitely is more rustic because it's non-superwash yarn. And that way, when you're showering, it felts obviously easier than, and you could, you know, it'd be fine to use to use superwash yarn as well, but it's not going to do the felting, which you may not. You don't care. Maybe you don't care. So, oh, Liz, you're driving. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I appreciate you listening in as you drive across town. There are not any unscented ones at this time. That's, you know, I think Linda had mentioned lemon, which I love that. And then I'll have to let her know maybe in the future we get some unscented ones. Yeah. So this is, and I had this much yarn left over. I want to make sure that you get plenty of yarn, so that's not an issue. So anyway, yeah, so that's that. And obviously these make great, you could get the kit and just gift the entire thing to another knitter. You can get it and then knit them up and give them out as little extras or as a gift by themselves, especially for those of us who like to hand make gifts. I don't know about you guys, but there's something about when you hand make gifts, especially at Christmas time. I always like that. Makes me feel good. I don't know. There's something about it. And, or you could even just get and make the soaps for yourself if you like them. Obviously, I've used them for myself in our shower as well. So you can definitely do that. All right. Liz is home. Yay. I love it. All right. What else is in the shop? So some of you I know have noticed, I believe it's today is the day that a certain movie premieres, which I have been excited about since, I don't know, in the fall I first saw it. I was like, and that is Red One. It is a Christmas movie with Chris Evans. It's got The Rock Johnson. And there's also an older gentleman. I can't remember his name, but he does a lot of, these extra bit parts and things. He's a good actor. Anyway, it's kind of an action movie. I've noticed in the past few years, there's kind of been, there've been more like action Christmas movies, like Violent Night. I don't know if y'all saw that movie. That was really good with what's his name? I always forget his name. He plays the cop on Stranger Things. Anyway, he's in that one. He's awesome. So that's a good movie. Anyway, the reason I bring up this movie is that one of the things I decided to do was for December, it's just a one-off, I'm calling it Dying to Knit. It's basically, I think I'm spitting. If you have done Dye Live in the past, then that's basically what this is. So you choose your base ahead of time, how many skeins you want, and then it's a mystery colorway inspired by the movie, which, by the way, I was going to show you the trailer today, but apparently it's copyrighted, so I can't do that on YouTube. So you'll have to go watch the trailer yourself. You need to. It looks like it's going to be good. I already told Bo he has to take me to see it this weekend. I have to have my color inspiration. It's for work. So anyway, there isn't a plus. If you did Dye Live before, there was Dye Live Plus Club. This is just Dying to Knit dye studio session. So you just get the yarn. I was thinking there's something movie themed that I might put in your packages if I can get it to work out, but I'm not making any promises. It's just something a little that I thought would be fun to put in your packages if I can get it to work out. We'll see. So, but you're basically just paying for the yarn. And then I put the date in there. I want to say it's the second week in December on Thursday at 7:30. We'll do that. We'll meet up in the dye studio. So some of you already, I saw, have noticed that, and I appreciate it. I will get the Facebook group probably going this weekend. I said in the listing that give me a week, but I'll start working on that this weekend right away. So I agree, Lydia. Handmade gifts are the best, and you are like the master of the handmade gifts. In fact, J.K. Simmons, Bo says, is the old man. Thank you, dear. Right on. That's right. It's for work. Swan City has to pay for me to go see a movie. So speaking of handmade gifts, I want y'all to see what Lydia sent me this week. How awesome is this? And when I opened it, Lydia, let's see if I can get the glare off. When I opened it this past week, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I wonder who made that, because it didn't have a logo on it. And I messaged Lydia and she made them. I mean, she didn't handcraft the little pieces, but she turned them into stitch markers. And then look at that backing that she did. I mean, it's just, I tell you, she did such an awesome job. Thank you so much, Lydia. And I all week long, I was like, I want to put my stitch markers on. I want to put them on my project. So I made myself bring it in here and set it underneath the computer so that I would not be tempted to take them out of the package until today. But now that I've shown y'all how awesome Lydia is, I'm opening the package. And these are going to go on my project. Actually, I only need one right now, but I'll be casting on some other things. So I'm going to be using these right away. As far as I'm concerned, the Christmas season has started. There's definitely been more of a movement. I know around here, there's been more of a movement for people to start decorating early. And I know we've always talked about, oh, the stores, you have the Halloween stuff and the Christmas stuff side by side. And some people don't like that. And I understand, but I think it's kind of cool. I've even seen some Facebook friends have posted their Christmas decorations already. And so, yeah, I can get behind that, whatever makes you happy this holiday season. I think it's awesome. So, all right. So what else is in the shop? So I did update some colors on Fluffy DK. So this is Hiberna. If you look at the listing of this particular color, there's two pictures. And the reason I did that is because of all the skeins that I dyed, they came out very different. Some of them had there, and I've noticed that with the lace weight version of this as well, they'll sometimes the color will really gather in different areas, which I think looks great. It just gives more of a tonal quality to the yarn. But with the Hiberna, I noticed that it looked there was a kind of a difference between the way that the skeins came out. So if you order multiples of this, obviously I will sort through them and make sure that your skeins are matchy so that you're not getting, like if you order 2 skeins, that you're getting 2 that look completely different. So I'll do that. But that's Hiberna. That was actually somebody did a special order, so that was why that one got in the shop. And then Gemini, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I think Gemini was the most highly voted color last week of the greens between Gemini and Army. So I dyed up some Gemini on the Fluffy DK. I did some more Swan Song. So there's some more of that in the shop. That just looks so good. And then I also did some Pretty in Pink, because you got to do Pretty in Pink. There's kind of a glare on that, so it's not showing up well. And I felt like it didn't photograph as well. It really is a super soft pink on the Fluffy DK. I think all of that halo on the Fluffy DK just really soaks it up. I almost feel like I need to make it a little bit darker, but this is the softest pink that you can possibly get. And then what else do we have? Oh yeah, there were some one-of-a-kinds that I put in the shop. Some of them, there was a green thumb colorway. Those have been snapped up. Here's another one that I really like. This one, Love is in the Air. This is on Swanky Sock. I love it because it has that bright red, but then in here with this deep, deep dark gray, it almost looks black, but there's some of that berry colorway in there. So I think if you were doing like color work, berry would look good with that. It would really pull out those pinks in there. Oh, yeah. So anyway, that's Love in the Air. And then I think there's a few bundles of the self-striping yarn that I promised y'all. So this is Merry Grinchmas. I did it in the Grinchy colorways. So you see that dark red, and then the same green and blue that you see here in the accompanying minis, which are Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch. Those are the accompanying minis. And then, yeah, so there's the self-striping. So I think there's just a couple of those left. I didn't even really put that in the newsletter, except that I mentioned it, but I didn't put any pictures in or anything, just because there was only a handful of these to begin with. So yeah. All right. So what is coming up? I'm dyeing a bunch for the trunk show next week. I think anybody who has put in a special order between Knitcessities or contacting me this past week, I think I only have one left. I think all the others have been fulfilled. One thing I do want to say is I mentioned my shipping. I'm pretty much trying to ship as I can, and like right away, daily. So if you ever order something and it doesn't get filled, within like 2 days, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm doing a pretty good job, I think, keeping up. Bo was going through my orders the other day, and he was like, well, what is this? And what is this? And some of them are, like the sock blank dyeing class and things like that, which obviously wouldn't be fulfilled yet because it hasn't taken place. But all the other orders have been done. So again, just in case, if it's a special order, then that will take, I usually will give you an idea of how long it will take me to get it out. But those, again, have been going out super fast as well, within a week. So if you, like I said, if you order something and then don't get it, your shipping notice pretty quick, then don't feel bad to reach out, and I'll let you know what's going on with it. Or I'll get it in the mail if it somehow got lost, which it shouldn't, but you never know. And let's see. Okay, we have a couple of shout outs. I think I may have already mentioned these, but I'm going to go ahead and do them anyway. The first one is Lonnie Holt, who is doing a sample knit she's knitting up the Yarn Fest shawl. You may have seen some of her pictures, and she's knitting it in fluffy lace for me. So she's using Swan Song, Cat's Meow, and Berry, all three of those, to showcase those colors for me so I can take it to trunk shows and yarn festivals and things like that. And then also shout out to Valera and Laura, who are doing a test knit of the Fleece Your Feet pattern, which should be ready to go. Again, sometime in December. I'll let y'all know when that pattern gets released also. Maybe I'll do some kits at a slight discount or something like that. So, yeah, I saw Carol. Yep. And some people did that. I noticed, ordered the Dying to Knit separately, which is fine. Totally fine. So, oh, thank you, Carol. The Dye Live session is the best plus of all. Y'all are awesome. Hey, Teresita. Glad you could join us. I got to see Teresita last Saturday, too. Oh, there was Christmas music at the store. Yep, Liz. Last Saturday at Knitcessities, Vanessa was playing Christmas music, and it was awesome. So I said to Bo, because he was there with me ringing people up, and I said to Bo, I said, does this mean that we get to listen to Christmas music now? I mean, I think it's time. He's like, eh. He didn't quite give me the go ahead. He wears out or gets, tires of the Christmas music a little bit faster than I do. I can listen to it. I mean, and I usually do wait until right after Thanksgiving, but as soon as Thanksgiving is done, all bets are off. Like it's Christmas music all the time. I can listen to it, all the time. I have no problem with it. And sometimes, like I said, in July, I think I've told you all this before, in July, I will listen to Christmas music as well and eat some Christmas cookies, So yeah, life is a little bit busier this year. So we'll have to see if I get Christmas cookies made. I have to do something, right? There has to be some Christmas music. I mean, some Christmas cookies and things like that. So, oh, wow. Okay. I like it, Tish. One of her local Syracuse radio stations plays Christmas 24/7 from the 1st of November. I like it. Yeah. Yep. Serious channels have started there. That's right. You can't help it. You have to listen to it. That's right. Give me Christmas anytime. You know what, Teresita? Your Christmas mug last night, Bo made me a coffee and a latte. And I said, I want to use my Christmas mug. So I did. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I'm right there with you. So I love all the Christmas things. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get on it. Normally I would, since we're leaving the Sunday, let's see, a week from Sunday, we'll leave to go to Nashville. And because I typically decorate even Thanksgiving night, I'll start decorating for Christmas. But since we'll be gone this year, initially Bo had said, well, maybe we should decorate before we leave. I couldn't believe that he was willing to do that. But since I'll be getting ready for a trunk show, I don't know that that's going to happen. So we may just have to decorate as soon as we get back. But we will, by golly, as soon as. I mean, if you don't have, to me, it's like, I understand some people wait until like 2 weeks before Christmas and they put up their decorations. But to me, it's like, I'm going to do all that work just to leave it up for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 if you wait until New Year's. No, come on. I need to see that. I worked hard. I need to be able to enjoy it for at least a month, right? That's just my opinion. All right, y'all. This is it. That's all I have. I think I've covered everything on my list. So I hope that you have a good week. And don't forget, tell me your knitting name if you come up with one. We may have to start a new tradition there. And yep, Teresita, you decorate the day after Christmas. Yeah, I'm happy to start it on the day of Thanksgiving, but now that we have started our Nashville tradition that we go to Nashville for the week of Thanksgiving, that doesn't really happen. But as soon as I get back, then that's when we decorate for sure. So, Oh, okay. Tish, you do yours the first Wednesday of Advent and then don't come down until January 8th. So what is January 8th? I'm trying to think because that's not, is that maybe the end of that? It must be something that I don't know about. Anyway, you'll have to let me know. All right, everybody. I got to take a minute here. Let me gather get my life in order here so that I can end properly because you all know that it takes me a minute. So just to let you know, I will be here next Friday. We'll do a live. And then the week after that, since I'll be in Nashville and I don't know what our plans are, I may or may not do a live. So I will let you know. I will do a post to let you know whether I'll be doing a live or not. All right. So in the meantime, I'll be here next Friday. I hope you will too. And behave yourselves. And again, if someone hasn't told you this week, you are fabulous and I appreciate you. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.